Hey, what's up? It's me, Alice Parks. Do you believe in ghosts?
If you don't, then this video might change your thoughts.
Because today I'm telling you about the 5 most haunted places in the world. So if you guys are ready, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Number 1 on our list is the Island of Dolls in Mexico City. In this island of Mexico, there are hundreds of creepy looking dolls hanging everywhere. The story behind this place is in 1950s, there was a man named Juliana Santana.
This man left his family to live alone on this island.
One day, he saw a young girl drowned in the nearby canal, so he tries his best to save the girl, but she was already dead. And then he saw a doll floating on the canal, and he keeps it thinking that this doll might belong to the girl. And from this day, he starts seeing the ghost of this young girl, and he even hears the voice of the girl, sometimes laughing or sometimes even crying. Now, let me tell you, according to his closed ones, he was not mentally sound. So, some people believed what he said, while others are of the opinion that this incident never happened and this entire girl drowning scenario was just a figment of his imagination. Whatever be the truth, this man blamed himself for not being able to save the life of this young girl. And thus, in order to please her spirit, he started collecting dolls or parts of dolls that he used to find floating on the canal and hung them everywhere on the island. And he continued to do this for 50 years until he was found dead in 2001. And the creepiest thing, his body was found on the same place where he used to say that he had found the body of the young girl. Coincidence? Number 2 is the Villisca Axe murder house situated in the United States. This house is said to be haunted by an entire ghost family. On June 11, 1912, an entire family, the Moore family, that includes 6 members of the family and 2 friends of one of the daughters, were brutally murdered with an axe, and this murder case remains unsolved till now. Anyways, what makes this place popular around the world is not this murder story, but the stories of the ghosts hovering inside this house. And there have been many paranormal researchers that have proved this fact right. Most of the people who have visited this place at night have heard kids crying and reflection of someone moving. These ghosts even have physically hurt many of the visitors, as some have showed scratched marks on their bodies made by an unseen entity. The next most haunted place is the Queen Mary ship resting in Long Beach, California. This ship has a long history. It first started its journey as a luxury transportation in 1936, then served as a warship, and then was turned into a restoration ship that helped thousands of people reach to a safe place after the Second World War. This place is a major interest for all the paranormal investigators and the ghost hunters, as it is said to have more than 150 ghosts. And almost every person who has visited this place, especially during the night, have seen various paranormal activities around the ship. According to many visitors, there are sounds of people laughing coming from a room. And then some tourists noted that they used to feel as if they were being followed by someone inside the first class swimming pool of the ship. And also the sight of a little girl who had drowned in the swimming pool was also very common. But the most common sight reported by most of the tourists is of a bearded man in dark clothes. This ghost, according to his descriptions, is said to be of a fireman who used to work in the Queen Mary ship, who was killed by getting crushed underneath a watertight door. The next most scariest place is Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, which is situated in West Virginia. In 1850s, this place was a mental asylum which was built for a minimum of 250 patients. But suddenly in 1881, there was a huge increase in mental health patients. But this asylum kept on admitting more and more patients. So the patients went from 250 to 500 to 2,500 patients at a time. 4 to 5 patients were stuffed inside a room which was made for only one patient, and the patients used to end up fighting, even killing each other. There was not even enough food for the patients, so the patients started to suffer from malnutrition, which actually made their mental health even worse. Later, a doctor named Freeman started experimenting with the patients that resulted in hundreds of deaths. And now the ghosts of these patients who died in such shocking conditions are said to haunt the entire asylum. People can hear cries and screams even from outside the asylum. Even the paranormal investigators have recorded many strange ghostly activities inside this huge empty asylum. The last place on our list is Kuldhara, which is situated in Rajasthan, India. Almost 200 years ago, the people of an entire village secretly left the place overnight. What made them do so? The minister of this village was very cruel on his people. He used to put heavy taxes on them and even used to try every possible way to make the villagers suffer. So the villagers were already suffering a lot and they were fed up with his brutal actions. But later he forcefully wanted to marry the daughter of the village chief and even threatened her to kill her entire family if they did not agree. That's when the villagers thought, that's it, we are done with this man. So they secretly planned to leave the village, but they just can't leave the brutal minister like that, right? But before leaving, they cursed the entire village with some sort of black magic that no one can ever settle in this village. So therefore, till today, this place is filled with broken and abandoned houses and of course some ghosts. A team from Delhi's Paranormal Society once spent 12 hours at night in this place in order to find the reality about these ghost stories. With the help of their gadgets and equipments, they were able to spot some of the ghosts and even speak with some of the ghosts. Many of the investigators felt as if someone was tapping their shoulders, and the ghosts even warned some of them to leave this place as soon as possible. So are you convinced now? Do you now believe that ghosts really exist? If somehow you're still in doubt, all of these places are open for visitors. So just go and check out yourself. And that's it for today, guys. If you liked the video, like, share, but definitely subscribe and turn on the notification bell because I will be back with another mind-blowing video. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye.